Wait a minute. Can you guys see? Are you guys still here? So this is on YouTube? You see this on YouTube? Cause I don't see anything on the YouTube stream. Nice, baby! Oh! Alright! This is the test run! Alright, good stuff, good stuff. I don't have any, it's saying sending data. So I don't have any view count or anything on. So, I think I might try YouTube gaming as well. Oh, I can only choose one. So I don't know if they want me to do the YouTube stream now or the YouTube gaming. Yeah, Geisha. I'm echoing. Hi guys. Right now we're doing a test run before the main tournament tomorrow. So, I don't see the YouTube chat, unfortunately, yet. But we'll figure this out. Am I echoing, guys? I hope I'm not echoing. We got a test run going on. Alright, so let me check this out. You're so funny, Geisha. You are so funny. That email, you were just ridiculous. I love it. That's why we're good friends. Alright, so let me set this up right here. Keep getting this all. So we're going to remove this. And image. Hi everybody. Banner 3. Yeah, I like the banner 3 stuff. We're gonna transform this. We're gonna fit the screen. And then we're gonna put right here. Change this a little bit. How's it look? Look pretty good, right? Looks pretty good. The YouTube stream title is just EJ Johnson. Okay. We're gonna look into that. The problem is that I can't. So the So, I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this on the YouTube streaming or on the YouTube gaming. Because I don't see this anywhere on my YouTube. I don't know how y'all seeing this. Oh, alright, so I can go right here. Oh, wow, we have a... Uh-oh, what did I do? Oh, I gotta edit it from here, I think.
Hi there.
Hi everybody, give me 1 second. I'm working on this. This is a test run. We gotta add more players. Just give me a second. Finesse Kid, go again. I'm sorry guys. We'll have more players playing in a second. I just have to figure some of this stuff out. Finesse, invite me again. Alright, let's see. Gotta change this to... Oh, alright. So it seems like I'm setting this all up right now. Thank you for telling me that, Dan. And so, yeah. So I just have to go in here. And I think once I set this up, next time I go into it, it should be fine. Do we have people commenting on the YouTube? I want to see them. See, this is why I wish I had dual monitors, to be honest with you. Let's see. Oh, wait! What's going on? I see you guys. Yeah, what's going on, people on YouTube? Oh, look at all you. You guys are all so attractive. Look at all those. Oh, wow. It should be illegal for so many good-looking people to be in the same chat. Oh, look how good-looking you all are. Get out of here. Ban them all. Way too many good-looking people up in this chat. Oh, welcome. All right. I am excited like a nun in a cucumber field right now. This is, all right. It's coming to life here. So I gotta make sure that I can see the game. Oh wow, I'm gonna have to multitask. I gotta make sure that I can see. No, I gotta make sure I can see the game. I just said that 3 times and I didn't get anywhere after that part of the sentence. I want to be able to see the game, see Twitch, see the other stuff that I need to see. This is amazing. Oh, I'm so excited right now. Hey, by the way, all the other people. We passed our boards. I am a registered occupational therapist. Alright, let me see if I can... Wait, let me see this. What's going on? Juicy, Melora, Meeple, Josh, June, Randomac, Dari Army, Joyce. What's going on? Yes, I passed. Yes, it's a test run. I passed my boards. I am now a registered occupational therapy practitioner, avid anime fan, video gamer. We bringing it all to life. Why can't we be studying science and things in the medical field, doing rehab, but then talking about Naruto and then talking about Identity 5 and chilling, man? It's going. That's why whenever people say, oh, anime and video games are for kids, I'll be like, really? Well, when your grandma needs rehabilitation, you'll be thanking me, and I'm going to remind you that it is not for kids, and that we will all have fun. All right, so we watch it. We're just doing a test run right now, making sure the graphics are working. Oh, yeah, I love anime. I love anime. Okay, so we're on both here. Can you move the game square slightly bottom right? Let's see. Oh, I see. Wait. Hold on. It's not going to be perfect, Geisha, because I can't customize the, What's going on? Alright, so for those who don't know, this isn't a... Yes, tomorrow is an official U.S. mini tournament. I have partnered up with the development team. For those who don't know, I think you guys know me, you may not, and if you don't know me, it's okay. I'm pretty insignificant in life. My name's Persuadable. I was ranked #1 overall for EXP. I was a top 10 survivor, and I was a top 50 survivor season 1. I have 1 pro status. I have like a little accessory that shows my pro status, which is pretty cool. And going forward, the US and Identity 5, we're really going to have a lot of tournaments. So this is just a mini tournament between some top players. There'll be 2 teams. The general rules for this tournament is that the hunter gets to choose the map, the hunter gets to ban 1 character, and the survivors are only allowed to use 1 character per team. That means that there are no teams consistent of 2 coordinators, 2 thieves, 3 perfumers, and so that's going to really diversify the gaming style. So again, the 2 teams have been selected. They're primarily all people that I've played with as well. They're all top 20 players for the most part, or top 30. The development team, they told me that they wanted me to select the teams. However, we received so many applications, and I've been blessed to make so many friends in this game, so many cool people that I can call my friends. We decided to have I was like, the devs, you need to select the teams because there's going to be a conflict of interest if Persuadable does this. So I gave them the applications that fit the criteria, and I gave them recommendations on who I think that they should choose, as well as telling, you know, I do know some of these people, etc. Just so you know, if you've been caught cheating before with illegal software, you're not allowed to enter these tournaments. The dev team did throw out some teams because of that sort of activity. So, and you didn't get notified because it's not our responsibility for you to play the game ethically. So that's something that's monitored. So once you're flagged for life. So don't cheat in this game. It's not worth it. With that being said, though, I'm super excited for the results. I'm super excited to see some of the gameplay tomorrow. We have some really, really good players. I'm waiting for the Identity 5 development team to release the poster, so I'm not going to tell you who the teams are yet. And just so you know, don't be discouraged if you weren't selected. This is the beginning. That's it. This is just the beginning. Going forward, we're going to have a lot more tournaments. One day there might be a 3-day tournament where everybody can join. That will be up to me to kind of figure out all the brackets and all of that stuff. So cool stuff. Very, very cool stuff. We're gonna try to keep the stream a little bit more positive. So if a survivor messes up, we'll more so talk about the good stuff that the hunter is doing. That's to make it so nobody is ridiculed. Keep it as a positive atmosphere, but keep it real, keep it honest. Tell you about the gameplay. You're going to see some of these top players play, guys. And that's going to be really good. You're going to see top players make mistakes. It happens. Nobody's perfect. You're going to see top players make ridiculous, phenomenal moves that you've never seen before. So I'm really excited to show you some of that top gameplay. Yeah, my chair broke. My chair is dead. Right now we're doing some test runs. We're doing some test runs on multiple platforms. Oh, yeah. We're just running the graphics. How is it going for everybody? Say yo mama. Yo mama. Hi. Hi, Captain. Yes. Hi, everybody. Yeah, player Ali X in a second. I'm very sorry. Like I said, this is a test run, so I do know what I said, and I'll try to get you into this gameplay for sure. Just give me a second as I'm working out some of the graphics and stuff. So, all right. So I have to add something else. I'm about to get fancy with some. So for those who don't know, this is a test run. We have actually right now about over 150 viewers on multiple. So give me a second. I'm trying to get all this stream set up. Once again, I passed my boards. Oh, yes! I have so much more time to make YouTube videos and tutorials, and oh, I can't wait. Alright, so we got some, if you guys are interested, let me see this. Nope, that's not right. Let me see. Alright, give me a second, guys. As I said, this is a test run, so I'm really just trying to get all the graphics down correctly. I think you guys have noticed this by now, that I am not traditionally a YouTuber or a streamer. So I'm figuring all this stuff out now. Just chilling. Trying to get this stuff learned. And having a good time talking to you guys. I'll be reading the chat in 1 second. I know you wanna leave. Visual. Nope, that's not what I want. Thank you guys for being part of my journey. You guys are awesome. I think I can use this. I don't know. We'll find out. And very excited. The dev team. I've been working with the dev team for a while now. Probably about over a month, 2 months. I kind of keep it on the down low though. Usually you have YouTubers that try to get you to click their damn stuff, and so I've kept my relationship with them more private. Let them know, you know, what's going good with the game, what's going bad, and some of the things, the adjustments from the US standpoint. And can't wait to get some of these tournaments. Hopefully we can get a 3-day tournament going eventually, where a lot of you guys can play regardless of your rank. So this is just a little bit more condensed. It's a little bit more condensed, just so we can, you know, say that, hey, we're making moves, we're doing things, we are trying to. I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh, look at that! Oh my God, that's so cool! All right. Where do you guys think this should go? You think we should keep it? Nah, I think we might be better off keeping it in here, right? We got a lot of space down there. Yeah, I'll be commenting on the gameplay eventually. Whew. There we go. Looks pretty cool. That looks good. Okay. I think the Ripper's buff is pretty cool, Miguel. I think it's gonna take us a long time to kind of get used to it a little bit more, if that makes sense. So what happened is that the new buff with the Ripper, not a lot of people. What happens is we get so familiar, right, with how a player or a character is played, that whenever there's a buff, you'll have immediate reactions. People saying I don't like it, or I'm not used to it. So traditionally what I try to do is try to, you know, take some time, practicing, let me know in a week or two. I remember people saying that Perfumer was bad when Perfumer first came out, and we now know that Perfumer is an S-tier character, one of the best characters in the game. So really you have to make sure that you're not sensationalizing what's good versus what's bad. What I really like about the Ripper, here's the trick with the Ripper. When you have the fog that's built into your attack, you need to try to hit with the fog. Because if you hit with the fog, that's an area attack that shoots out, you have no attack recovery. Alright, so you hit them with the fog, and then you can immediately try to hit them again. But if you just swing and you hit a normal attack, you have attack recovery. So what people need to start really learning to do with the Ripper is starting to practice using that foggy blade that's built into it first, swinging, have no attack recovery, and following up with that hit. He could be a very dangerous early game character. I mean, will he be an S-tier hunter? I don't know, probably not, but that's alright. At first, with the Ripper's buff, I was a little discouraged by it, but then I realized I was discouraged because I'm not familiar with it. You know, when a lot of these top-tier hunters, when you see us playing Geisha or you see us playing Clown, you know, that didn't happen overnight. You know, a lot of the top players were 2,500 matches in, you know, so it takes a lot of practice to get characters down. So when you have a rework on a character, you'll have people who will come out with analysis on them, and it's not even good analysis because they're doing it because they want you to click their video. So what I mean by that is, say if there's a Ripper buff, you'll have somebody that comes out with a Ripper video tomorrow saying, the Ripper is not that good, or the Ripper is great. And the reason being so is that they want to be the first one to come out with a video, so you click on it and they get your click. Well, I don't like to do that. What I'll tell you is my initial thoughts, but usually I like to be more reserved. So like a lot of you are asking for a black and white guide. I'm not going to, I couldn't do that. I was too busy, and I'm not just going to come out with a black and white guide that doesn't give you any substance. I would like to think that the videos that we put out really shows you how to play characters, good tips, how to play on a pro level. And I don't want to just come out with videos that are garbage for you to click on. That's not who I am. So in regards to Ripper, I know I've been running around a little bit with this. I think that people, especially the top hunters, need to keep practice with him, getting used to his skill, getting used to the changes with him, learning how to maximize that ability. Think of the clown. The clown, when people first start playing the clown, he's not just a hunter that you can just do anything with. There's actually a very particular strategy that the clown needs to do in top tiers, and that requires experience. You have to learn that gathering your items in the beginning of the game is more important. Most top tier clowns will use either excitement if you have a forward, or they'll use blink. And so you'll have a lot of top tier hunters as clown users. What they'll do is they try to find a propeller and an increase attack speed, right? So the first attachment and the third attachment, the propeller, use them both. They start charging immediately, but they don't actually start charging after another character. Usually what they'll do is they'll work their way to the weakest part of the map, but they're still concerned with gathering more items. And the reason being so is that they know that if they rush you too early and they're not adequately stocked, there's no difference between a clown and a hell ember at that point. So you have to be a little patient, but you have to be a little quick. It's amalgamated. It's funny how clown works. So you start using clown, you rush around, you gather as much items, but you're simultaneously rushing to the weakest part of the map. And the reason why you do that is because if you miss your first hit, your first dodge attack, your propeller, you have more attachments. The worst thing that you can do with the clown, is ignore all of that. Get your first attachment, rush, miss, now you have no attachments. Now furthermore, it takes about what? Between 60 and 90 seconds in the beginning of the game for blink to reload, right? We know that that's not true later in the game. It takes like 180 seconds, but early in the game it takes about 60, 80, 90 seconds, whatever it is. It's not 90 seconds. It's about 60 seconds, I can't remember on the top of my head. But, so what you do as a clown is that there's no incentive really to hitting somebody within the first 10 seconds of the match, because chances are, if you're facing a top survivor, you're going to have to rely on your blink, unless you're using, what's it called? Insolence, right? So a lot of hunters, some clowns will use insolence, because if they can hit you one time with a little bit of time mixed in, it unlocks their skill. So now they can use their charge without relying on an attachment. So that's why there's no incentive to completely rush a character right away. You need to gain your items first. If you're running insolence, then you're allowing it to build up a little bit. You get that first hit. Now you have blink, and now on top of that, you also have attachments. You'll secure that you'll secure that first kill probably in the first 35 seconds of the match, because you do have to down somebody immediately. Do you know how much I just said? That was a lot to swallow. If you're new, you just got lost into that translation, which is okay. A lot of the veterans, if they're listening in, they understand everything I just said. And that takes time. So you'll have some people who think that the clown's not as good when they first start playing the game because they can't find the attachments, they don't know how to manage their time in early game against him, and then you find out that he's arguably the best hunter in the game. So with that being said, we know that clown has a learning curve to him to maximize his ability to be the best of the best against the best of the best. It's the same thing with the Ripper. I don't think he's going to be of clown's caliber, but I think that we need to be very hesitant on saying that the Ripper is garbage. It's going to take some time. Do I think he's better than before? I think so. You play against top survivors, you're not going to hit them as a Ripper. it's going to be very hard for you to get somebody down in the old Ripper. The new Ripper, you have a little bit more flexibility. You can use that area attack. And if it connects, you have no reload, no attack recovery speed. It can be dangerous. So it's kind of like controlling your rocket dash. If you learn how to control it, you're going to be a better clown user than somebody who doesn't. So I've noticed attachments are usually seen near the ciphers. That's a good observation. I don't know. A lot of the top tier hunters, they go into custom mode and they play over and over and over again, and they have a good idea of where the hot spots are. Because nothing is worse being a clown user, spending the entire game looking for a propeller, and it does happen. It stinks when that happens. How can I not get demoted on tier 4? Find people on Discord. Yeah, Comrade Dan or Blizzard. They're both in my staff. How many people do we have on our Discord server now? Do we have 1,300 people? My Discord guys, go on to it. You'll meet some really cool people. We go on voice chat all the time. I always play with the players on the Discord. So I'm not always live. Sometimes I'm playing privately. Alright, so like what we're going to do here, he's going to put that attachment on. And now, oh, Exilo's in here. Okay, Exilo's a good player. So what he's going to do, yep, right now he doesn't have any propeller, he doesn't have any attachments. We're going to see what he's playing as. He can see the survivor, but he knows, see what he's doing right now? He's prioritizing his attachments. And so he's going to have a different play style than some people. Now the problem, so now he's putting his attachment on. And it's going to be interesting to see what he does here. I'm not sure, he's not running insolence, so he really needs to connect these attacks. No way, did he just minimize and... Wait a minute, did that Explorer just... Oh yeah, I think he did. I think the Explorer just faked him out with a minimization. So Finesse Kid is, what does he do? Oh, what is going on here? I think Finesse Kid is lagging right there. Thank you, Blizzard. Alright, yeah, so our Discord is almost at like 1,400 people. So we have a lot of Identity 5 players in our Discord. And we have only a few rules to still be a jerk to other people, be a rad person, make some friends. And that's what we're looking at. I love you too, Meeple Gaming. Yeah, Finesse. So Finesse Adult lagged down. I know you lagged out, Finesse. We could see it. Oh yeah, Clown's he's definitely harder on the mobile than, you know, the PC based. And see what you saw right there? Exilo Gaming didn't really do anything wrong. That's just the controls on the mobile device. So that's why in this tournament there are no emulator users allowed. And the dev team will be scanning for it. So both teams have been notified. There are no emulators allowed. This is a mobile tournament. Computer users stay with computer users. Mobile users stay with mobile users. Because there is a discrepancy with how you can use forward and clown. So it's not going too bad. What's going on, JC Cinco? I hope to play with you, Persuadable. I'm originally from Asia server. I was able to catch up in EU server. Now I'm almost tier 4 hunter. Been playing in the server for 2 weeks straight. Yo, JC Cinco, good job, bud. Keep climbing to the top. Can you use a controller? No. Just mobile controls. And I think people need to remember too that when it comes to some of the bigger tournaments later on down the road, if you're using an emulator and you're playing with mobile users, you're doing yourself a disservice because you're not going to be able to play any of the mobile tournaments. Because that's why there's a PC version. PC version will stick with PC version. So that's why when you have some good players who use emulators, you know, right now, I'm not saying the dev team is against emulators. I'm not speaking for the dev team. That's up to the dev team. That's not my position to say. But in terms of the tournament, I can tell you definitively there's no emulators allowed to be used in this. So give me a guide telling us how bad the dancer is. So the dancer's not that bad of a kiter early game. She can use the slow boxes to her advantage. When I use the dancer, I typically only use her for the slow boxes. I don't use her for the fast boxes. It doesn't improve your decode speed by too much to waste one of your boxes. You know, there's a cost benefit to that, right? Is it worth using my skill right now, and what is the benefit of using it? Same thing when you use a wand, when you use perfume. You know, I told you when you use your perfume like she just did, don't be too conservative with it. You're better off using them than not because you got 3 of them. The wand, kind of the same thing. But with the dancer, I would wait to use it for slow only. I mean, I could be wrong, right? We're still early in her release. But it depends. If it's late game, you haven't used any hunters going after somebody else, and yeah, I guess you can use the increase in attack. The red box to increase your decode to help your team. I would love to play my users R-King Ready 101. I would highly appreciate it. I'm an elk rank and I'm very good. Guys, always come to my Discord. Come to my Discord. I promise you, our Discord, ask anybody right now. Anybody, ask anybody right now. In our Discord, I play with everybody. I do my best to play with everybody. I don't care what rank you are. Yeah. Daddy Pops, I'm a top 10 player. Cool. Congratulations. But yeah, the Discord is pretty cool. I go in there on voice chat, answer questions. You guys can make friends. We have a big community, guys. And everybody's dope. Everybody goes in there. If you're a new user, you're going to hear a little bit of trash talk between me and some of the senior members. Some of the people who've been there for a very long time. We get competitive. Chris and Jokey and all of those players, you'll hear us. We'll die and somebody will be like, Persuavo, you're trash, because I killed them. And then I'll do it to them as well. It's always a good time, man. We got some good people. We got some good vibes, I'm telling you. If you want to be part of a good community, that's where you can go. And true story, I didn't even want a Discord server. When my staff was like, we should have a Discord server so you can talk to, you know, the fans and stuff, I'm like, I'm not doing a Discord server, right? And then they made a Discord server. And they're like, we made a Discord server. And I was like, alright, well now we're using the Discord server. And it's one of the best things that they could have done. I go there every night. I go in the voice chat every single night. You want to talk to me on a more personal level, I'm there. You're not going to find a top player in any video game that does as much as what we and my team try to do. We try to teach people. We try to learn from people. But, yo, if you're a top player, if you're top 10, play with me. I'm not going to preach to you how to play the game. You can teach me tricks. I can teach you tricks. I'm pretty good at listening to other people's strategies. Why is Gardener in Tier C? Explain to me, please. Yeah, sure. So, are you asking in the sense of you think that's too low or too high, Kodor? I'm doing good, Schmitty. Schmitty, check your email. So, yeah, so the 2 teams have been selected, and my favorite character is Forward. I think he's the funnest to play. I like to play super aggressive. All right, let's do it again. We will eventually change the... I know I've been saying this for a while. Hey, thank you, Hi. I know I've been saying this for a while, but I'm really running some numbers right now. Alright. Let me see. Yo, what's going on, David D? I love you, too. Hi, 12. Yeah, next round, guys, try to get this player Alley in. I would like to see player Alley play. Yo, what's going on, Meepo again? Hello. Do a video with Grizzly. We already did a video. I already did a video with Grizzly. We'll do another video with Grizzly sometime. Give him a fat like. Oh, that's okay, Daddy Pops. No, that's totally cool. I appreciate that. So Daddy Pops, for those who don't know, he's asking why I'm not in the top of the leaderboards right now. It's a very fair question. So, Daddy Pops, I actually was studying for my my practitioner license in occupational therapy. So it's taken me 7 years of college to become an OT practitioner. And then I had to take my federal licensure board. So think of a lawyer, how a lawyer needs to take their boards, or any other discipline, like registered nurses that need to take their RCLEX or RSelects, however they say that. So I had to study for that. So I had to retire after season 1 because I was ranked number 1 overall for EXP. I was a ranked top 10 survivor and a top 50 hunter. And then after the season ended, I had to really study. And then on top of that, I had to manage the YouTube, and then we've been talking to the dev team about a lot of tournaments coming up that we're going to do. So I've had to prioritize some things, but don't worry, you'll see me back on the leaderboards. Right now, we just trying to have a good time, and it's just been too busy. I think I've only played 5 rank sessions this season as a survivor. So. It's going good, Mir. Thank you for asking. What do you think about the Cord? Cord is one of the best players. Oh, good job, JC Cinco, passing your RN boards. Yeah, you understand. Pick all that apply. Oh, those questions. The mind's eye. The problem with the mind's eye is that she's one-dimensional. So if you really want to focus on decoding, then you can, but she's one-dimensional. She's not good at rescuing. She applies a little bit of vision for the team, especially early game, that can help your main kiters, and you especially know where they're coming from. But mechanic is more versatile than the mind's eye. You do not. Yo, this is going good. So for those who don't know, this is a test stream for tomorrow night. I'm very excited. Hello, Kenneth. Thank you for saying hi from the Philippines. Oh, thank you. Hey, thank you very much for saying about the license. I appreciate that. Gardner should be higher because no Volton or decode buff, and she has veteran skill, plus she can kite and decode and rescue. So, alright, so your argument is that Gardner should be higher than C tier. Definitely not. And it's because her toolbox. Well, everything that you just said, you said that Gardner is good at Volton. She has no decode buff. Or debuff it. I think you're trying to say a decode debuff. Those are true statements. But her kiting ability isn't as good as the Perfumer's. Her kiting ability is not as good as the Thief. So when we look at characters, we need to compare them as well to other characters. And if you're facing a top clown user as a Gardener, you're going to get destroyed. That's why you have people who play Perfumer. You have people who play Thief, so they have the 10% Volton bonus. You have people who play Coordinator because they have 30% Perseverance. You have people who play Forward because he has a 50% pallet speed, throwing down, which is a good counter to the Clown's ridiculous attack width and length. So Gardener, the problem with Gardener is that she is objectively not as good as other characters. Now, she does have Veteran bonus, I do agree. And actually, I'm not sure if you know this, but she actually has a 10% Perseverance on the rocket chair, which means that she can last a little bit longer on the rocket chair than everybody else, other than the Coordinator and Mercenary. But that doesn't mean that I would want her in a top tier rank match ever. Some of these top hunters, man, even as a Perfumer, some of these top hunters, sometimes they just play excellent, and even against a Perfumer or a Thief, and if they're killing a Perfumer or a Thief in 30 seconds, they're going to kill you in 10. Not literally, but... So that's why Gardener is not above a C tier character. Not in my assessment. And you could disagree with that. That's perfectly okay. The world goes around, you know. What's interesting is when you talk to people about this, and then they get so obsessed about their own ranking, and then they're just like, I'm never gonna watch you again. It's like, man, you ain't gonna make everybody happy. But what I can objectively tell you, you don't see Gardner in high tier matches ever. We don't see her played. Do you think Wu Chang can be top tier? There are top tier Chinese hunters that do use them. Out of a sample size of 52, I think you'll see about 6 of the top 100 players in the Chinese server use them. So is he using? So like I said, guys, I try my best to give you objective information. That's what I do. That's what I have to do in real life with insurance companies. When we do rehab with patients, I need to give. If I'm doing rehab with somebody with Parkinson's disease, I can't just do whatever I want because the insurance company will say, how do we know what you're doing is effective, right? So you have to make sure that your clinical reasoning is based on your own experience plus what the research says. So what I try to do in this game is I try to give you objective information. There will always be a little bit of subjectivity. There'll always be a little bit more of that player reasoning. But objectively speaking, we do see Wu Chang played on the top 100 of the Chinese server. So you can use that to... I'm giving you the information. You do what you want with that assessment. So, Dancer is kind of bad in my opinion. I agree. Why have a character with a 10% debuff to her decode? That means that on average you're probably going to be spending an extra 7 to 10 seconds trying to decode one machine. And when you're playing against top hunters, trust me, every second counts. I bet you there's not a top hunter or a top player watching right now who will disagree with that. So you can't be... Especially if somebody else is kiting and you have a forward user... If you're the main decoder in that situation, right? So remember, you need to have a flexible character. In certain circumstances, the hunter, there's only a 1 in 4 chance or 25% chance that the hunter runs into you early game, right? Because they can go after any of your teammates. So if you're a character that has a debuff and the hunter decides to go after somebody else, it's your job then to start decoding. And now you're decoding slower because of your debuff, which means that even if it's 10 seconds per machine, I'm just giving out a random number, that now means that your teammates need to kite longer. And that's going to be very difficult against top hunters. Yeah, sure, maybe you can kite longer against, tier 3s, tier 4s. But man, you playing against some of these players like UH, playing against some of these people like Anori DS back in the day, or Kiora, or Eon, or the new guy, I don't want to call him new guy, the guy Dead, or 985, Skywalker, Cashing Twitch. You try to do that garbage against them, they're going to booty smack you. They're going to booty smack you. Because that's why when you see my YouTube videos and stuff, yeah, you might see me kite. You may see me kite for a long time, right? But in top tier matches, a 90-second kite is pretty much considered a 3-minute kite early game in lower tiers. Because you're playing objectively better characters. They know what they're doing. They know how to outmaneuver you. They know how to control their clown. Like ridiculous controls. They've been doing this for hundreds and hundreds of games. And when you're a gardener, you're gonna get booty smacked. Alright, so this is the last match, guys. Last match, and then we're changing the matchup. Alright. Hey, Persuadable, need your advice. Against a Gardener, Lucky Guy, Coordinator, and Thief, which skill do I take as Clown? A Gardener, Lucky Guy, Coordinator, and Thief. If I take... well, usually... Alright, so I don't really know... so many top-tier Clowns don't use Teleport. I understand that there are Clown users that use Teleport in Tier 4, maybe some in Tier 5. And sometimes they will use Teleport if you have like a Mind's Eye and a Mechanic, and sometimes they'll do that because they know that they're going to kill you because it's going to be more difficult for you to kite. But for the most part, that doesn't happen. You'll usually see Clown either use Excitement, or you'll see Clown... some Clown users are now using Abnormal, but that hasn't really taken off. You'll see Excitement, and you'll primarily see Blink. Blink is a big thing for a Clown user. And you'll probably see that tomorrow night. All these things, you guys are going to have the chance to see some of these top players play. And I'm very excited to see their gameplay. I've played with many of these players, guys. These are very good players. I'm very excited to see you, to show you guys what people like me have to go against. It's not easy. I might post a YouTube video of me kiting the heck out of somebody, but, Every rank session, if I play for 4 hours, I can guarantee you that maybe 1 or 2 matches that hunter kills me before there's even one cipher down. It happens, right? Because you're playing against the best of the best. And that's the only way you're going to get better. When we first started playing on the US, there were hunters like Eon, Nori DS, Cura, my dear lord, they were so good, and we were all new players, and they smacked us so hard. But we got a lot better. The only reason why I became a top survivor is because they kicked my butt so many times. It forces you to get better. You don't have an option. You get your butt kicked by these top hunters, you don't have an option. Trust me, you will get better. You have to, or you won't survive. You don't climb to tier 6 by not getting better. And it's like an up and down roller coaster. So you'll get good. You'll get good. You're like, yeah, I got the routes down. You'll win matches. You'll climb up the ranks, and then you play a whole different competitive team. You play against a whole different skill set of hunters, and then you get your butt kicked again. And so you're like, hey, I'm getting good, and then you get to tier 4, and you're like, oh no. And you're like, yeah, I'm getting good again. You get to tier 5, and you're like, oh damn. And you're like, yeah, I'm getting good again, and then you get to tier 6, and you're like, oh damn. So that's the process. It's a constant process of, and I can tell you right now, I don't know a single top survivor that hasn't probably died in 45 seconds, even now. It happens. It happens. You just have to get better at your gameplay. One of the biggest downfalls that I see are survivors being super toxic to each other, and you got to be careful about that, because you'll look at other survivors and you'll be like, how did you go down in 45 seconds? Well, when you do that, you don't realize that maybe they played against a hunter that was able to pull a miraculous move. What if that geisha was able to go through that wall right there? She would have just been able to get an extra hit. So it happens. So you just got to improve your gameplay and just try to be positive. Sometimes I get annoyed too. I get annoyed with teammates. My teammates get annoyed with me if I go down. But don't become an earhead and don't become toxic. Try to help people get better. I'm telling you right now, the people who complain about their teammates always being bad, those are usually the people who are dying the most. And they blaming their teammates. You have 2 options. You either come to a Discord, whether it's the official Identity 500 or mine, and you find teammates to play with, or you look at your own gameplay and get better. I came out with a YouTube video, and I said, if your team is dying and you're the last one alive, don't go into the dungeon. Try to kite as long as you can. That's your time to go one-on-one with a hunter. And do your best to kite them. And that's how you can go to a part of the map that you're garbage at. And say, how can I do better? This is the only way you're going to get better, guys. Don't be afraid to die. Don't be toxic to other people. Man, like I said, sometimes I lose my cool too. And I'm like, yo, I got to step back first. Skywalker one time, he kicked my butt so bad. Oh my god, I was so mad at him. And I even told him, I was like, I love you, Skywalker, but man, I hate you right now. You got that LOL from him. Happens. It's the only way you get better. So the Embalmer will be interesting. Until I can play the Embalmer, I don't know. What's going on, Nox Viper? What's going on, Sergeant Twinkies? Yeah, Nori DS, he was a good player. By facing a Nori DS, I got so much better as a player because he was good. He was good. And what happened too is that a lot of those hunters had experience on the Chinese servers. So what was difficult was we were playing some of these hunters who had, alright, so we got a little lag there, okay. We were playing these hunters that I've already had 1 or 2 months of experience, and then we just started the game, so as top tier players, it was brutal. You had players like Legacy and Nursemain and Yo Mama and me. You had just getting our butts kicked. Especially every time a new map came out and it was launched on rank mode, and we're still trying to learn the map, and you're playing hunters that know it by heart already. Man, that was brutal. But we climbed to the top. We got better. We polished our game up. All right, let's see what this geisha. So this is what they're doing. They're gonna tight kite. Perfumer did a good job right there. She's using her boost. Hopefully there's a pallet. Oh! That was a good juke. Good job, Exilo Gaming. Let's see how he uses his perfume. Geisha was able to predict it. Now, that's Exilo Gaming didn't really have too much to work with right there. There were no pallets. If I was him, I would have been tight kiting in the area that he was just in, and then I would have worked my way towards the big arms factory. I wouldn't have ran in there. There's no pallets. Against the Geisha, you don't really have too many weapons against her. So, that's just a choice, though, at that point. He did a good job with that juke, though. So you have a bunch of people trying to body block. I'm surprised nobody is trying to finish a cipher. So you have a whole bunch of survivors. If somebody was decoding a cipher, they should have been able to decode. Everybody would have been popped out. So they have way too many people trying to do a rescue right now. So if you have 4 people trying to do a rescue, you have nobody. How many ciphers do they have left? They have 1 cipher left. So now it's not their fault, but it's difficult. They don't have the means to communicate. They should have sent 1 person to save, and maybe even 2, and have another 2 people finishing that last machine. They're making this game last longer because nobody is decoding the machine. Way too many people tried to rescue. It's going to be difficult too. The magician is on there and it takes him 100% longer. So for those who don't know, for the magician it takes them longer to rescue from the rocket chair, but everybody's injured. Alright, we got a little bit of lag. Give me 1 second. This is why it's a test stream. There we go. Let's see what's going on here. We got some lag. We got some lag. Let me get rid of this. That's the first time we've had some lag though, so it's not going too bad. Let me see down here. My favorite survivor is Forward. I love playing Forward. He's the funnest survivor to play. When I do my live streams and stuff and I'm playing as Forward, I play super aggressive. Very, very aggressive. Because anybody can play passive and try to decode, but when you're... Woo! Give me a second. That's a loud bark. Loud bark. Hold on 1 sec. Hold on, my dog's barking! Alright, we gotta get some new players in here. Yeah, no, I turned my volume off. I didn't want you guys to lose your earbuds. Hey, relax, baby. Relax. Alright guys, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna keep doing some questions. The only thing is that 2 versus 8 is out right now. Hold on. Hey, what's going on, Panda? Thank you for watching. So what we're going to do, here's the problem. I need somebody else to make the lobby. That's the problem, because I need to be a, yeah, let's see what we got going on here. Oh, your mom is on. Alright, we'll figure this out. Here's what we're going to do. Ooh. Hey, Finesse Kid, invite me again. Do another round. I gotta... Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Yo, Finesse Adult, can you do one more round? Yeah. Do one more round. And, I gotta say, we got some guests. I just gotta get my dog over to the house so he doesn't keep barking, because trust me, you're not gonna like that. He's, that's my baby. I know you wanna leave me, but I refuse to let you go. Alright, I'll be right back. Enjoy the match, guys. Alright, I'm sorry about that, guy. Sometimes the dog gets a little crazy. Woo! I know, man, I feel bad for my chair. Alright, so we're playing the Feaster. We got Fluxer, Gallant, or I always say Gallant because I don't know how to pronounce it. Woo! So this is pretty cool. So like I said, this is just a test run. Tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time is when we're going to have this. That's in about almost, what, 4 hours and 22 minutes? So that'll be tomorrow night. Just doing a stress test. Oh, alright, so that's how you're supposed to use her. You're supposed to use the dancer in a tight area like that. Very good job. And so he bought it. So the dancer was able to buy a whole bunch of time right there. That's how you're supposed to use the dancer. You pretty much use the dancer only for her blue boxes, in my opinion. It's situational. There's some times where you can use the red box, but you want to use it in an area that you can stay in. You don't want to just use it and then run away from it. You want to use it in confined areas that you can use. And the minute the hunter tries to either climb a window, go after a pallet, or tries to take down your music box, that's your time to start transitioning to the next spot. Now against a Feaster, the dancer is actually somewhat of a counter to the Feaster to a degree, not really, but a little bit, only because the Feaster is slow. So it's going to be easier for somebody to transition against him unless he has his curse mark. That's why you have a lot of people who like to use Geisha, Wu-Chain. You have a lot of people who like to use Clown because they have gap closers. The only thing that really a Feaster can do is put the curse mark on you, which is dangerous late game, but early game, you really got to rely on a survivor making a mistake. It's very easy to kite against a Feaster late, early game. Mini tournament starts at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to try to do a new stream after this. A new team. This is just a test run for now. Thank you everybody for watching. Barber's digits, please. We have to run some more data on Wu Chang. Let me see. No, it's tomorrow. Hey, Finesse. Yo, Finesse. I want you to be in the lobby next round. Can you, if I get all of the IDs, can you add them? Because I can't, I need somebody to actually make the lobby. I can't make the lobby as a spectator. Alright, so I'll give you the IDs. Alright guys, I need 4 players. Give me your ID numbers. Yeah, let's not meet. You'll be one of them. We need 3 more. I do not believe so, Thomas, but I don't know. I need 3 more IDs. I need 2 more IDs. First come, first serve. And 1 more ID. I got you, Bernard. We're gonna get Kodor in here because he beat you. Alright, we got our players. Well, I'll have Finesse Kid send you guys invites after this. Oh yeah, I got you, Panda. I got you. I think I'm gonna have to possibly ask the development team if they can add it so spectators can somehow make a party or something. Because it would be easier if I could just add you guys myself instead of... What's going on, Validating? How you doing? My mama does not play Identity V. Ooh, she puts the red on there. See, that's where the dancer can be a disadvantage. So, what's interesting with the dancer is that if you can get the slow box, on a rocket chair, and the hunter is in that rocket chair, if he attacks and misses, his recovery speed is ridiculous. So if you were to theoretically try to rescue with a dancer, you want to put a slow box down. Even if he hits you, he's got a crazy recovery speed because he's within the blue box. If he misses, not only does he have a crazy recovery speed because it's so slow, like right now, Fluxer Gallant should stay inside the red. Oh, he can't because it's a forward. That's true. He's got to be careful again. Oh no, the forward's in there. He's gonna watch these other folks. I see what he's doing. So I was wrong there, but I was playing as a hunter the other day, and there was a dancer. The dancer puts a blue box down. It was over in Red Church. I go and try to hit her. I missed. I don't know how I missed, but I missed. It happens. My recovery speed was so unbelievably awful that they were both able to run and put a lot of incredible distance between me and them. So I gave the IDs over to Finesse. Oh, well, we don't want to get your mom mad. Yeah, I'll make a review for a dancer. So we got a lot of videos that I got to catch up on. I went like the entire week on YouTube not doing any videos. Because I was preparing for my boards. And, you know, my boards are very important. That's the rest of my life, so. Finesse will add you. His name is Finesse Kid or Finesse Adult. He'll add you. There's 4 of you. 174-8094, 922-480, 255-7051, and 204-5602. I feel like I'm in the lottery, except you guys aren't winning $1.6 billion if your numbers are called. You guys are gonna come up next. We'll watch out some of this. Review the cat in Identity 5. Quality content only. I don't like that the cat is always climbing on the table. He needs to get off the table. We eat our food there. Look like Garfield, Mr. I can make a clown guide. I gotta figure out what I'm doing the rest of the season though, because I don't know if I want to make a run for it, trying to climb up the leaderboards, or just keep kind of relaxing for the season and come back season 3. You know, it's important. I've been playing for fun, and I've really enjoyed it. Playing competitively can be really stressful. What do I do with 375 echoes? Invest in the dice if you can. I don't know how many matches the next group will do. I actually don't know how long I'm going to keep streaming for. Everything seems like it's running well. I got to talk to the 2 teams tonight. Could you make a how to be an OT practitioner guide? How to be an occupational therapy practitioner. You gotta have a good heart, and you gotta have the drive to want to rehabilitate people or habilitate people. OT practitioners, you have some that work with children who have autism, and they're in the school systems, or they're in outpatients, and they help children be able to eat again. You could be in a geriatric population where you're helping people with traumatic brain injuries, spinal cord injuries. Last that I knew, I think 85% of the Hand Therapists Association, I think something, I forgot the official, are occupational therapists. So they deal with burns, they make splints and they deal with carpal tunnel, and a lot of physiological, biological issues that you know, we really help people reintegrate in society, be able to regain function back. You know, it's crazy, man. A lot of you guys are younger, and I'm young too, right? And I can't tell you how many geriatric patients or individuals who are 70 or 80 years old, and they'll tell you they wish that they could just button their shirt. You know, we do so many things that we take for granted right now. The ability to go to the bathroom, get up, the ability to dress yourself, the ability to brush your teeth, like these little tiny things that you kind of consider an inconvenience in the morning to do. One day, you are going to wish with everything in your life that you had that ability again. And it really just adds meaning to me as an occupational therapist to really look at life and look at all the little things that I take for granted every day, and kind of take a step back and be like, man, one day I'm not going to be able to do this anymore. It makes you appreciate the little things, and if you can appreciate the little things, you'll have a much more meaningful life. And I can tell you, in your final days, the people who have meaningful lives, the people who have found meaning in other people, they're more content about what's about to come versus other people who aren't. So all I can stress to you guys is be good people, be a positive influence. It's way too convenient to be cynical and negative. But at any point in time right now, you guys are on the internet right now, all of you, right? Everybody on this feed, everybody on that feed, and you guys have chosen to be nice, positive people to me. There's nothing that I could do if you chose not to, right? There's really no, right? And you choose to be good people, and you're the type of people that will make this world a better place, so don't change. All right. Finesse Adult is going to send friend requests to all of the IDs, and we're going to get into another match. I want to see how they're playing. Oh, we got everybody. Good job. What was your score for your exam? So, believe it or not, I actually don't like to, I actually don't want to tell you my score. What I can tell you is that I passed with a lot of points to spare. The reason why is that when you get into graduate school, you're taught not to talk about your scores and your numbers and all that stuff. So you'll have like a lot of undergraduate college students who they'll go on like Facebook and stuff. They're very excited and they'll post up their scores like, look at, I got A's and B's this semester. But when you're a professional, when you become a professional in the medical field, you don't do that. Or in any field, a holistic field, we're also a holistic practice as well. You don't do that because there's no reason to. There's no reason to. You don't want to compare your numbers to other people. You just want to help everybody pass all together. So, also, there are people who failed the exam. So if I do nothing and say, oh, I passed it with flying colors, but then there's an occupational therapy student right now watching and they unfortunately failed, that's not good. So you get taught in grad school, don't share your grades, don't talk about your grades, be humble, have humility. So yes, I'm not going to answer that question. Usually when people go and they brag about their scores and their grades, there's a difference between being happy about your accomplishments versus kind of boasting about them. So we're just taught don't boast about them, don't talk about them. Do what you need to do and spend less time bragging about your achievements or skill and just be, you can be happy. Hey, I passed the exam. You know, hey, I passed the exam. But I don't got to compare numbers to see if I beat the other occupational therapy student. People like that you got to worry about, actually. Because if they're so concerned about outperforming all of their peers, then you got to remember, if you're on a multidisciplinary or an interdisciplinary team, you don't want to be competing with other people. If you have a patient, you don't want to have somebody who's competing with the physical therapist or the registered nurse or the doctor or the physician and being like, oh, that doctor doesn't know what they're talking about. That violates your ethics and fidelity. You have to have respect for other professionals and other disciplines. So it's really, really important you don't compare your scores. Don't try to compete with people. Don't try to think you know more than people. Just get your thing done, and that's it. Help people. So we don't talk. They don't talk about their scores. All right, so we got this open. Let me see the YouTube thing. So this is going well. This is all running good, guys. The graphics are going good. What's going on? Hello. I thank you, Casper. I think it's Casper or Casper. Thank you. That's really nice to you. Yeah, yeah. I'm a registered occupational therapy practitioner now after 7 years of college. Yeah, definitely Snapshot. Absolutely. Yeah. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine if I'm working with one of your family members, a child with autism, or maybe your father or mother who just went through a total hip surgery? Or somebody who's in a lot of pain, somebody with Parkinson's, they can barely move their body and they're really worried that they're never going to regain function. And then you have a new therapist. Hey, by the way, did you know that one time I got an A+ on one of my exams? I'd be like, what is that? What is that? Just fix my family member. What are you doing? And you have people like that sometimes. They're very few in numbers, though. Very few in numbers. Is college the way you expected it to be? No. So when I was younger, I thought that I was going to be too dumb for college. When I was in high school, I wasn't a good student. I was too busy trying to be Mr. Popular and, you know, messing around and being the class comedian. And so I think actually, I'll talk about this. I think my GPA in high school was like a 2.2. Like, I didn't care in high school. And I went to a community college, and then that's when I fell in love with academia. I fell in love with research and statistics, because now I got to learn what I wanted to learn. I wasn't being force-fed Shakespeare. No offense to English majors and literature buffs. So when you go to college, what you learn is college is what you make of it. I taught 240 college students at the University of Rhode Island in sociology with Dr. Mederer. I was a teacher assistant. I wasn't a professor. So she mostly did the teaching. I helped her build the exams, and I did the study groups to help them prepare in sociology. Because I have a bachelor degree in psychology, a bachelor degree in sociology, and then I have my master's degree. Because I was getting a bachelor degree in biology, and I was like, oh, wow, I got to do something with my life. So I entered my master's program, finished my master's program. But with that being said, one of the things that I always told all the college freshmen, college is what you make of it. If you go in with a piss-poor attitude, you're not going to enjoy it. What I will tell you, though, what I tell high school students, I think college is easier than high school. College is a lot more difficult, but you're a lot more mature, so it kind of compensates for each other. My problem with high school is you're sitting there for 35 hours a week. right? You're sitting there for, what, 6-8 hours a day, whatever it is, 35, 40 hours a week. College is not like that. College full-time in the classroom is like 12 hours. People don't know that. That doesn't include labs, so if you have labs, it's longer. But your average, you have 5 classes, on average about 2.5 hours a week. So I actually thought college was easier than high school because I got to choose my schedule. I got to choose my study time. I got to take control of my career. Whereas in high school, you have none of that. You're stripped of your individuality. And that's just how it is. So high school was harder for me. Once I was able to do my own thing, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. So college was relatively easy for me because I was focused and I made it. But there's plenty of people who don't want to go to college, and that's okay too. You choose. Listen, you choose what you want to do in life. Just have a plan, because it's up to you to take care of yourself. All right, thank you very much, Miguel. That's really nice of you. Yeah, I got my exam results. I passed. There's so many people everywhere. You know what's so great? There were so many people who were concerned about my exams. It was actually, you're gonna hear a grown bearded man say this. It was cute. That's what that was. It was cute. There was mad people being like, yo, I'm actually worried for you, and I know you're going to do good. And I'm like, man, this is such a great support system. Yes, I passed my boards. I am officially a registered practitioner in occupational therapy. How old am I? I am 28. I just turned 28 October 5th. Thank you very much. I prefer high school since there was free lunch. Yeah, I got you on that one. I prefer childhood because it was free dinners. What's going on, Ben versus Gaming? Yeah, it's called flexing when you have people bragging about their grades and stuff. Be humble. If you pass with in college, there's something called, I think it's pronounced summa cum laude. That means that if you graduate with usually a GPA of like 3.85 to 4.0, it'll be on your degree. And in Latin, I believe it means the highest of honors. So you cannot graduate with anything higher than summa cum laude. If you get that, then that's something to be happy about. You're not bragging about like an exam. Like, I graduated with summa cum laude with 2 bachelor degrees. I can say that and be happy about it, right? And just say, hey, I did it, But, man, when we had exams and all that stuff, I wasn't going to my colleagues bragging about my grades. That's stupid. We had something that was simple. Did you pass? That's all we asked. Did you pass? And it's a mutual respect among you and colleagues. Alright, so let's pay attention. I'm trying to answer as many questions as you guys can, because once it comes to the tournament, I'm going to be focused only on commentary. I won't really be answering too many questions. So for a lot of people, this is the first time they're seeing me stream, so they have a lot of questions for me. So your parent, yeah. Food. What's going on, adult? Pick a small map. Don't pick a big map. It's not as fun. Finesse adult, just keep going, I'll tell you. Oh, I don't know when the team's changing right now. We're just free balling this right now. The announcement, I think I'm waiting for the development team to do that. I gotta be on a call with them later tonight. What's going on, Vex? I do, boss. I see you. I see you. I see both. Oh, I'm nothing. I'm the MC for the tournament. I'm not participating. Do you think this game will be as big as it is on China? I don't know. The game's still big. If I recall correctly, over the Android, you had over 5 million downloads. But I don't know. Yeah, so that's actually what this is. This is all a test right now for the tournament tomorrow night. You'll also be able to check it on Identity 5's official. What they're going to do is they're going to take my stream. Yeah, so there are rewards for the two teams. So everybody who got selected is automatically getting a $50 gift card. And then the team that wins will get an additional $200. Not each, but as a team. So if they distribute that among themselves evenly, the winning team will get $90 per person. And the team that loses will still have $50. So, and that's sponsored by the Identity 5. That's why this is an official tournament. And that's very important to say. I would not be putting an official tournament and all that stuff if this was a persuadable tournament. There will be persuadable tournaments that we'll be doing, and we'll have prizes and stuff. But we're trying to work very close with the development team. We have a good relationship with the dev team. They're really cool people. They're very humble. They do their best to address everybody's needs and concerns. And why do you want to be a therapist? I want to be well, I am a therapist. I'm a therapist because I want to change people's lives or help them in any way possible. When they come to me, they tell me what they need. Or if they have, we're very client-centered, and it's meaningful when you can, oh, I don't know if you missed that or if you used that or if you faked it. I don't know if, I can't see the number. There you go. Oh, that missed. Yeah, so we wanna make sure that that the stream's going good. There's really not any lag at all. We got 60 frames per second. This is going pretty good. How do I get on your Discord? You can let me see if I can get the link. It's in all of my YouTube videos in the description box. Let me see. Give me 1 second. There you go. What's going on, Mickey? Yeah, we busy. We definitely a little busy. I'm liking it though. I'm liking it a lot. And what we're going to do is, this is a test stream for those who don't know. I tried to make that apparent on all of the streaming platforms. I play a game. I show you guys how I play, but the problem is that where I'm at, I lag too much trying to play. I can watch, but if I play, my ping was spiking up to like 400. Trust me, you don't want to watch that. So this is all in preparation. We have everything all nice and set up. I want to thank my staff for really helping me. Don't want to put many of my emotions, but when I was trying to find advice for Gardener and saw your video delete in game made me mad, although I know you were joking. yeah. So what happened back then, Roxas, is that you had so many people giving people the wrong information. There were a lot of people trying to tell others that Gardener was was one of the best characters in the game, and Gardener is not one of the best characters in the game. I mean, I've never met a top tier player that will tell you otherwise, unless they want you to choose Gardener so they can kill you if they're Hunter. But Gardener is not a top tier character by all means. But what was happening, right, is that we had so many people going in the global chat, going in the Discord, and they just joined the game, which is totally cool. We just joined the game, you know, it was newer. But they were giving people the wrong information. There were new people who wanted to learn how to play the game, and when you have people who are given objectively wrong information, that's frustrating. Because you want to let people know, hey, by the way, Gardener is not the best player. And this is what we're seeing in top tiers. We're seeing at the time we had, you know, the Thief, the Coordinator, the Mechanic, when she had an 8% buff. And me as a top player, I was annoyed with it because I wanted people just to get the accurate information. If you believe personally that Gardener is some great player, then sure, fine. That's your opinion. But when you're telling other people that it's objectively true when no top player was ever using them, it's objectively false. So, I mean, measuring objectivity to its fullest potential or maximum potential as humanly possible within a game And I felt bad. I just wanted people to have the accurate information. And so that's why I came out with that skit, how to play Gardener, delete the game. It was a little abrasive. It was a little abrasive, but I'm not going to lie, it was funny. Thief or Perfumer? I genuinely believe Perfumer is better than Thief sometimes because you can really... I mean, you can cause the Hunter to hit you 5 times. So, you just need to know how to use the Perfumer correctly. But the Thief's 10% Volton bonus can help. It's the difference between being Terror Shocked and not sometimes. So, there's no answer with that. There's no objective answer as to who's better between Thief and Perfumer as of now. I can tell you on a subjective level, I'd rather have a Perfumer than a Thief. But the problem is that a lot of competitive play, you can only have 1 character per team. So Thief still has his point. So in tomorrow's tournament, you are not allowed to have 2 of the same character on the team. You're not allowed to have 2 coordinators or 2 mechanics. You're not allowed to have 2 perfumers, which means that they both have a place. That's when you can have a good debate. Who's better, perfumer or thief? I think that's a good debate to have. I think a better debate would be who's better, perfumer or magician. I subjectively think that perfumer is better than both, just because the magician's the 100% increase time on the rocket chair will put a coordinator's life in. Not good. How my team can be in the tournament, or is it too late? Oh yeah, we only chose 2 teams. That's why it's a mini tournament. That's why we have a mini tournament right there. Just a mini tournament. When we have the bigger tournaments, we'll have hopefully 30, 40 teams. It's gonna require a lot of organizing. I'll probably grow gray hairs, but it's cool. We roll with it, baby. We roll with it. Yeah. I don't play that game anymore. Not gonna lie. Yeah. You can get terror shocked as a magician for sure. Yo Mama is the best magician in the game. I mean, Yo Mama is hands down the best magician in the entire United States server. I'd put money on that. He was, at one point, he was a number 2 survivor last season. So Yo Mama is dedicated. He's dedicated. He's dedicated to that magician. Anytime I'm like, Yo Mama, you gonna start playing Perfumer? I'll be like, Yo, shut up. His blink. Oh, finesse missed. What's going on, SCF? What's going on, Jokey? I think the dancer is not that good. All right, we're gonna do one more match. We'll do one more match, and then we might call it a night for the stream. Oh, what's going on, Robert the Kid? Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. Robert the Kid used to be one of my I don't care if Robert agrees or not. He was somebody that I invested a lot of time in investing in his gameplay, and you were getting really good. It's a shame that you quit. Twisters is now a top 20 survivor. I've invested over a month in that guy's development. Twisters is becoming a really good survivor. So it's good to see some players who have helped get better at this game, and now they're becoming top players in the game, and that's such a satisfying feeling. See you later, Captain Yes. I am innocent. Oh yeah, I'm not telling you who's in the tournament yet. Momo the Weird. Oh yeah, what's going on, Momo? Is it only the viewers that can see the survivor location, or is that... So we're in custom match. Did I answer your question? What survivor should you use against the updated Ripper? Same characters that you normally use. See you later, Random. Thank you for watching. No, I'm not in the tournament. I'm going to be an MC. What I did tell the dev team, though, is that we need to have more pro tournaments. So more pro qualifiers and stuff. Because there's only right now technically 3 pro players in US. So we need more. And allowing people to play in a tournament where they can reach pro status and have that sort of accolade would be pretty cool. Am I going to use Prophet in ranked matches? I don't know yet. I have to play with Prophet when Prophet comes over here. Alright, let's see what we got going on. Alright, so I'm going to give some commentary on the game here. You want me to do it? Pop, 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 persuadable. I laughed, I giggled. Nah, Shady, I love you. Yeah, the tournament's tomorrow. This is a test run. So that's the Discord. Showing you guys the Discord where if you guys want to meet other players. We have a very active Discord, guys. Very active. I can promise you it's not a dead Discord. That's how you can find people who are trying to improve their game. We go on voice chat every night. Sometimes in the voice chat, we have like 30 people. We literally have 30 people in voice chat. We're all just chilling, talking to each other. When you stay in the community, you get to make friends. And, you know, the biggest rule is just don't be a jerk to other people. I can't teach you common sense. I can teach you about rehabilitation and philosophy and sociology and psychology and those sorts of things. But the thing I cannot teach you is common sense. So just have a good heart, chill out. Make friends. I'm trying so hard not to make any inappropriate jokes right now. It's really hard. Like, yo, that's why if you see me smiling, like I got something in my head that I want to say, but I can't right now. If I'm doing the official tournament, I gotta be more appropriate. So what he's doing right now, he's actually doing a relatively smart thing. He doesn't want to waste his... Oh, I don't know what the Explorer's doing. So that was a very good thing. Dracula does not want to waste his first charge. It's very important to hit the first charge. But that's a very questionable move to allow the individual to run far away. So we'll see if he's able to catch up. We don't know. He doesn't really have a lot of attachments. He should have blink now. He got stunned. I probably would have waited for blink. I probably wouldn't have even gone in there. So you got the Explorer who's trying to harass. Oh, that was weird. He hit the pallet behind him. Huh, interesting. So now, Finesse is in a strong area. You can really kite a Hunter for a little bit in this area. So we'll see if the Hunter adapts. You're down to 3 ciphers without anybody injured. So right now, I would pretty much say that the Hunter is lost early game. So he better hope that he has detention, that he can at least get 1 kill. In a high-tier match, he'd probably be fighting for a tie right now. So he needs to hope that he can get somebody down. This Explorer is really playing with him in this area. It's not necessarily the Hunter's fault. This is a strong area of the map. And this is what he's doing. He's tight kiting. He's using these walls. He's using these tight areas around him. He's not just running out. That would be a beginner mistake. A lot of beginners, they get paranoid. They don't stay calm. And they just start running and they start darting towards a different section of the map. Don't do that. Use the part of the map that you can. Wait, strategically plan yourself to transition to the next part of the map. Explorer did a great job with that. I don't know how the Explorer got the first hit on him, though. He was kind of... What he did is he wasn't expecting the clown to go, and he didn't want to hop the pallet, so he allowed the Hunter to hit him once instead of being terror shocked. That's a good stun right there. The problem is that he might have to use his football to get away. I don't think the clown has unlocked his second skill. So because the clown got outmatched early game, he hasn't unlocked his second skill. He didn't have enough time to build up his attachments. He was too quick to go after a survivor early game. So now he has his second skill. But they're down to 2 ciphers or so. So it's going to be very, very difficult for him. He's going to have to rely on his detention. Hopefully, he has to have detention. He doesn't have insolence. So I presume he went north and south. Forward shouldn't worry too much about his football. It's becoming late game. He can use it with a little bit more flexibility if he has to. It's going to be hard to do a turnaround there. These survivors are doing a good job. Just what happened this round? The clown unfortunately didn't spend more time using the blink time to get items. What I mean by that is that you don't always need to hit somebody right away. You don't always need to hit somebody right away. You want to make sure that you're using your propeller with an attack speed, going around, getting more items, and you wait until your blink is about unlocked, and that's when you can engage. You hit somebody once with your charge that you're using your propeller with, and then you blink. It's a nice, easy 2-hit sweep. It's a common veteran tactic. However, because he doesn't have insolence, he really was very difficult for him to kill anybody because he didn't unlock. There you go. Now, the only problem is that the forward is going to have the ability to really tight kite over here. So it's going to be interesting to see where he's going. The problem is that if he goes to the left, they've already used all the pallets over there in the ruins. I don't think he knows that yet. So it's still a strong part of the map. Now, this is a questionable move that he's doing. The pallet's already been destroyed, so he's going to try to... He's running in the open. Oh, that's right, I'm sorry. Oh, God, the gate was open. I didn't even know that. I got to make sure I don't make that mistake at the tournament. I forget that it doesn't make a sound when I'm watching that. Good stuff, forward. Good. I didn't even know that the gates were open. They didn't make no sound. Alright. Let's see what they can do. These jukes are pretty good. That was a good juke. Ooh! Beautiful juke. There you go. He's going to use that to get a boost. You know, work his way out into the gate. The Explorer. Oh, I don't think he saw the Explorer. Did he see him? I don't think he saw the Explorer. Alright, end the match, you two. There you go. The Explorer. Alright, we're gonna see if Persuadable can play a match real quick. I need to test. I gotta check my connection playing, so I'm just going to invite random people. Invite. Who do we have here? Sprinter. Yes. Oh, is being matched. We can see if Grumpy's here. Oh, wrong button. The problem is that if I get only high tiers, it'll take us forever to get a match. We can get Yo Mama in here. I miss Yo Mama. Show butt in here. Oh, he might be AFK. You can try to... Oh, Yo Mama's busy. See, we'll get Emrakul in here. What's going on, Zuka? I gotta test my lag when I play. Oh, whoa. Hello, Light. What are you doing? Alright, I think people want to see a little bit of my gameplay. So, well, I don't know how my ping is gonna be, so we're gonna find out. I'll show you how I play. We need one more. Can you guys invite somebody? We'll play around. We'll see how we do. We got Jokey. There we go. So the only problem with trying to play is that because I'm away from my Wi-Fi, just pay attention to my ping. If it skyrockets, then I'm kind of screwed. It's better when I play inside my house because I'm right by my Wi-Fi. I have perfect Wi-Fi there, but I'm outside of my house right now. So we're running off that Wi-Fi. Unfortunately, when I was playing earlier today, it was spiking up to like 300-400. Alright, so let's do this. I'll show you my Persona build. What I could do is I could remove these two. But everybody should have this build, usually, because if you get put in the rocket chair, then everybody can see each other. I'm kind of a firm believer that everybody should have this, just because at any point in time, you can be double teamed, and it's really important that your teammates can see each other. have you ever been on a rocket chair where nobody came and rescued you? It's because nobody can see each other, so nobody has no idea what's going on. This allows vision. And if I see that you're down and you're in the rocket chair and nobody else is near you, I'm going to reallocate myself. What I also do sometimes in 2 versus 8 is I get rid of that and I actually go with this. I feel like this is important as a forward because sometimes you're hiding behind a wall, and if you can see where the hunter is going with the survivor, it allows you to set up your stun. So I do set this up sometimes. I get rid of announcement. I don't play like this all the time in 1 versus 8. In 1 versus 4, I would actually get rid of the highlight option, and I would reinvest that in announcement so you know where the hunter's going. But I'm going to show you a good idea of how I play. I play super aggressive. It's 2 versus 8. It's your time to have a good time. It's not 1 versus 4. So I'm always in the hunter's face. That's just how I like to play. But we'll see about the lag situation. Alright. You see 2 of them. So we got a black and white and we got a feaster. Oh, yeah. I'm getting them spikes already. Look at that. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, I am so in trouble. I'm in 400. This is going to be difficult. Yep. So this is going to be my one and only match because I'm too far from my Wi-Fi. So you see this lag? It has nothing to do with the stream or anything. That's just my game. Oh, Jesus. Uh-oh. No! No! Ah! It's gonna be difficult. So, I usually like to be all up in their face, but I'm gonna die if I do that. I can't... I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stun or anything. See, right now you want to be in their face so you can gain points. Oh... Look at this. Where do we got him at? So we're gaining points right now, right? No one's doing anything. We're all just chilling over here. Alright, we should be decoding. We're just having a fun time, I guess. It's fine with me. Oh. Oh, look how slow I am. Oh, I missed it. Get out of here. Whoops. Oh, there's so many tentacles! No! Run! Oh, no! I probably should have used... Dang it! There's so many! Alright, we'll have fun. No! Good hit. You got a good hit right there. We're gonna move a little bit. I haven't been able to buy anything. Oh, that's not good. Able to lose them a little bit. I'm gonna need to get healed again. Oh, he's coming after me. Yep. Damn it. Damn it. No! I screwed up right there. The doctor ended up running in my route, so I would have been dead anyways. I tried to use my football, but my football cooled down. So unfortunately, because we have a little bit of that ping, I can't tight kite. I can't tight kite with a ping spike. So, but that's all right. We'll try to adapt. We'll figure this out. Yeah. So what you're seeing on the stream, yeah, see that? Ping is at the 280. Alright, I'm going to stop talking about the ping now because I have a problem with that. Oh, I don't really play Priestess too much. But it would be really helpful if I was able to buy some items, because then I'll be able to kite that guy easily. Can't believe I died to a feaster though, even with a 200 ping. I need help. He was over charging. Oh my dear lord. Alright, we're gonna get him. Come on, forward. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, there is no forward. Yeah, I am. Forward, you missed such an easy opportunity. I was literally in the wall. You could have easily... Ah, that was a forward not paying attention. There you go. I'm still going to die, though. I'm not getting away from this guy. Look at me. I can't... Oh, my... Yeah, sorry, guys. My ping is going in the 500s. I can't play. What I'll try to do is I'll see if I can set this up closer in my house tonight, and we'll do some of that. So this is going to be more for the tournament setup where I'm at right now. Yeah, did you like that? My character's literally not moving. I can't move my character. Yeah, it's alright. It's not a big deal. Let's see. Only 81 seconds. That's not good. But it's good that I can test it out. The main important thing is making sure that I can watch the custom matches, because that's how we're going to be playing in the tournament. And what I can do is maybe I can do another setup. Maybe when I get into the house I can do a setup in there. Actually, I might be doing that right now. Because I don't want to just be watching custom matches all night. So everything is... Yo, thank you very much for watching, guys. This is awesome. So we do have everything set up as of now. And what we're going to do... I'm probably going to stop the stream right now. I'm going to reset this up in the house. It's going to not look as nice as what it does now. And what I'll do is I'll try to stream and I'll show you some of my gameplay. Maybe. It's going to depend on the time and stuff. I still got stuff that I got to do for the tournament tomorrow. I still believe that the hunters are watching your live stream and are looking at where you are at every single moment. So not Matthew. I'll tell you this much. I hope that hunters are doing that, because that means that they'll make the mistake at coming after me. So I just need a solid connection and we'll be fine. So hopefully what I can do is I can try to get us over there with a good solid connection. All I got to do is just take this stuff and bring it into the house. Because the stream is going to be late at night, I want to make sure that my family can sleep. So that's why I'm out here. But during the day, like where it's at now, it's 6:23 or 6:28. I can easily relocate this and I can show you my gameplay, because I'll be right under my Wi-Fi, nice solid 40-50 ping. So, alright guys, we're going to end the stream now. I got to talk to my staff about a few things. Guys, yo. Super awesome being able to contact and talk to each and one of you. This is really cool. I'm really excited for tomorrow's. I'm really excited for tomorrow, and we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. So I'm glad that this is all working. All right, guys. I'm out for a little bit. I might come back on a little bit later. Much love to you all. Take care, guys.